I was at church, and unknown to me, there was this person in the congregation who went to church as a kid, but like literally left it as soon as they could make their own decision. They were like, it's not for me. And they were, best part, they were probably like late 20s sort of thing now. And they came basically to church the first time, and they were, basically the pandemic had kind of sparked them being like, oh, maybe I ought to like search for meaning, I suppose. And so they came along to church, but they were unknown to me, but we had this moment of prophecy, which basically saying things we think God is saying in the room. It was a little bit unlike me. I'm usually pretty nervous doing this thing, but I went up to the front and sort of with the microphone and sort of said, hey, I think there's this girl here called, I'm not going to use her real name, but there's this girl here called Jane, and I think God wants to let you know that he knows you're here. Someone comes up after me and she's like, hey, my name's Jane, and tells me her backstory, basically like just fell off the bandwagon of life, just like loads of questions, life's not going great, need some actual relationships in my life who actually care for me. And so I thought I'd try church, but when she was here, she's like, this is a joke, why am I here? I've said no to this already. And like, I'm only gonna come back or invest in this if I feel actually there's something more to this than just a bunch of people singing songs and preaching. And you said my name, and as soon as that happened, I realized he knows me so well. Like, not just my name, he knows why I'm here, he knows why it's an issue. And there's this guy in the Bible who does the same thing. He's a guy called Zacchaeus, he's a tax collector, but he steals money from the poor, he keeps it for himself. Jesus comes to his town, and basically he's like, I'm gonna check out this guy. He goes to find Jesus, but when he gets there, there's this massive crowd. He's basically this really short chap, and he literally cannot see Jesus. And so he's like, he's clearly a practical guy. He climbs a tree. He literally climbs a sycamore tree to see Jesus, and he's like watching Jesus do his thing, teaching and preaching. Zacchaeus is trying to find Jesus, but what he doesn't realize is Jesus also finds him. When we try exploring Jesus stuff, we don't just find this kind of like this figure, we actually find someone who's also looking for us. It's this beautiful realization of the reality of God. It's not this religion thing that we just have to tick boxes at church, but actually God is present and he knows us. He knows us by name, and he cares. Like this girl was like, I need to know something. I need to know that you care about me. And he used whatever was available in the room, and he used me to say, hey, Jane, God knows you're here.